What's good, my YouTube family? Alex Moore back with another video. Appreciate y'all as always for tuning into the channel. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe on today's video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at realalexmoore_. That's the best place for y'all to catch me when I'm not posting on here. 2025 is almost up, man. We only got a few months left of this year. I figured it's a great time to give you guys an update on my self-improvement journey and what I'm looking to accomplish in September so that we can really build on making these last 3 months the best months of our lives. First thing I want to talk to you guys about, probably already know where I'm going with this, is fitness. I've been somebody who's been on the skinny side my whole life. I can remember being 4, 5, 6 years old getting teased in kindergarten, elementary school just for being too small. I can remember when I played basketball, people would call me bobblehead. That was literally my nickname in elementary school, was bobblehead, because whenever I would shoot threes, I always been a shooter, I ain't gonna lie. I had to put all my strength from my legs into my shot and my head would bobble. That was a nickname that I had, kind of stuck with me. I say that just to say that I'm used to people calling me too small. I'm used to girls saying, you know, I don't want to date you because you're too small, X, Y, Z. Those are some insecurities that I've always had, some things that have stuck with me from 5 years old up until 30 years old. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And over these past few years, I've been trying to lock in on my fitness, but I had never quite gotten the results that I wanted before. Either didn't know how to lift properly in the gym, or didn't know what foods I'm supposed to be eating, or I just wasn't staying consistent with it. There was always a reason for why I couldn't see the results that I wanted in the gym. But all that changed in April when I finally hired a mentor. I was able to find somebody who went through a lot of the same things that I went through, actually. Went through being skinny himself and making a transformation to become jacked. He accomplished everything that I had wanted to do. Once I locked in with him, I was able to see tremendous results. When I started this challenge back in April, I weighed 160 pounds. I was really skinny fat, didn't really have much definition. Like, I had a little bit of definition in my arms. Like, you could tell I kind of sort of worked out a little bit, but nothing to really stand out. The first thing that we decided to lock in on is going on a bulk. I had never gone on a bulk before. I'm somebody who used to struggle just to eat 2,000 calories a day, if I'm being honest. And this guy came in right away and he said, Alex, we gonna bump this up to 3,600 calories. We gonna get you moving in the right direction right away. That was intimidating to me. I'm not gonna lie. I had never ate that much food in my life. He simplified it in a way that made a lot of sense. It wasn't too hard. Like, I got a mass gainer, which had 1,200 calories in it by itself, some protein bars I was supposed to eat throughout the day, and really focus on eating chicken, rice, and just the healthy foods. That way I could get in a lot of protein, a lot of calories. I saw results pretty quick, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'll try to put some pictures on the screen. I went from weighing 160 pounds here, I'm doing this, I'm hoping I'll put something on the screen, to weighing 175 pounds here. I did that from April to July. So that was not a long time at all. 175, I had never reached that point in my life, let alone in 3 months. Like, that was crazy. There was a little bit of fat that came with that. I let him know, you know, I want to cut back down. I have a certain physique that I want to try to go for. And he said, okay, bet, let's go ahead and cut down. I went from 175 in July to 162, which is crazy. I did all that simply through cardio, locking in on making sure I get at least 10K steps a day, making sure I'm hitting the sauna during my workouts, making sure I'm using the Stairmaster every single day, at least for 20 minutes on level 6, and locking in on abs and making sure I'm doing my ab routine every single day. Now, on top of that, I still made sure I was lifting heavy because I still wanted to see progress in the gym. That was something that was a little bit hard for me. The first few weeks, I really struggled just because I didn't have the same energy that I had when I was bulking, when I had just a lot more fuel, a lot more energy inside of me. My lifts when I first started the cut were a lot weaker. I was getting like 2, 3, 4 reps less than I was hitting before. Everything felt heavier. Over time, I've now gotten a little bit stronger than where I was at before. So now with where I'm at in my fitness at 162, I'm probably gonna cut maybe 1 to 2 more pounds and then probably go on a lean bulk. I'm gonna eat probably about 200 calories more than I eat right now, 200-300 calories more, somewhere in that range, and really just look to add muscle back on because I really want to keep the 6-pack. One of the things I really want to accomplish in the gym is bench pressing 225 pounds, squatting 225 pounds. That's something I've never done before. All my fitness people, you guys are probably like, that's light work. 225, that's the standard when you first get in the gym in order to say you actually lift. I know that, my boy. I'm well aware and I'm working to get there. Pretty sure once I get to that point, I'll probably want to get to like 315 or who knows from there. One of the main takeaways that I have just from locking in on fitness is staying dedicated, showing up every single day. I don't think I've ever showed up to the gym this consistently day in and day out. Another thing is tracking your lifts. I was somebody who in the past never tracked my lifts, if I'm being completely honest with you. One week maybe I hit 150 on bench press for 7 reps, but then the next week I might have forgotten and I only did 145 for 6 reps. It was a lot of not really keeping track of your progress, but now that I keep track of my progress, I know where I'm going. I know what I need to improve on, how to progressively overload. In 4 months, I've seen decent transformation, at least for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very satisfied with my transformation and excited to see how I can take things to the next level, because eventually I do want to get to the point where I can start training other people as well. Other young men who maybe have struggled with their fitness as well, struggled with their physique. Maybe they were skinny the way I was. Maybe they just didn't know where to start, didn't know how to do exercise the right way. And I want to be that person that can show them the ropes as well and show them that a transformation can happen also. The next thing I want to talk about is YouTube. Bread and butter, man. Something that almost everybody wants to do. I've wanted to be a YouTuber since I was probably 15, 16 years old. I remember watching YouTubers like Kevin Edwards Jr. when I was a kid, watching Chris Smoove as a kid. As I got a little bit older, watching Soul Illuminati, I saw these guys who just looked so cool to me, and I was just like, man, I would love to make videos one day. I've been making videos on YouTube myself probably since 2017, but never really took it serious like that. It was always more so a hobby. One of the things I wanted to do as I continued on my self-improvement journey was posting more on YouTube. On YouTube, I had always been inconsistent. Maybe I could post consistently for 4 or 5 days, but then I might disappear for 2 weeks before coming back again. Well, since having my coach, he's really helped me come up with a game plan on YouTube on what I can do to post as much as possible. And this definitely has been an up and down process. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like this has been smooth. I should have said that in the fitness, because the fitness hasn't been smooth either. There was plenty of weeks where lifts were going up, but plenty of weeks where my lift was going down. Same exact thing with the YouTube. Some weeks I was motivated, I was inspired, I wanted to lock in on YouTube. Other days I wanted to quit. One of the things that I was supposed to be doing in the beginning was posting 5 YouTube videos a week. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I could not post 5 YouTube videos a week to save my life. And it was for a couple of reasons. It was for one, I wasn't seeing the views that I wanted to see. I let the views dictate how I was showing up. I let the views dictate if I was doing a good job or not. Also, topics. I felt like I didn't have enough knowledge. I didn't know what to talk about. I didn't want to spam semen retention videos, or I didn't want to spam vlogs all the time, or I didn't want to spam certain types of content, not realizing that you just need to put stuff out, especially in the beginning. Stop overthinking your journey, but just put the videos out, bro. If it's semen retention videos, if it's self-improvement videos, if it's going on a rant video, if it's talking about how you're feeling emotionally, just put something out. So that's one thing I want to tell you guys is put whatever content out. Get in the habit of just putting it out on a consistent basis. That's the only way you're gonna grow. The past month and a half, I've been able to post on a fairly consistent basis. Your audience comes in time. You can't get so caught up on the fact of people watching your videos or people not watching your videos. As long as you're satisfied with the videos you put out, that should be the main thing that matters to you. So not only have I worked on improving my YouTube videos just from an energy standpoint, but from a thumbnail standpoint. Also, one other thing that a lot of people might not do as consistently as I am is posting YouTube shorts. I actually post 4 YouTube shorts per day. That's a lot, I'm not gonna lie, especially coming from somebody who never posted shorts in their life. I never posted YouTube shorts. And that has helped bring in a lot of engagement, a lot of new subscribers to my channel. To anybody who's looking to just begin, YouTube shorts might not be a bad idea. If you could master both and have people coming in from the shorts and from the long form content, game over after that, bro, you can't lose. One of the things that's helped me stay focused and remember that is this whiteboard that I'm about to show y'all. This is basically the 1% version of me. This is the version of me who has everything that I want in my life. This is the version of me who makes $20,000 a month. This is the version of me who is 10% body fat. This is the version of me who squats and bench presses 225 pounds. This is the version of me who has 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, also who has 10,000 followers on Instagram. I do definitely believe the first thing that you need to do is write all this stuff down on paper. A lot of times people think it's not possible. I mean, I could look at it from the standpoint of, hey, I only have 1,400 subscribers. How am I gonna get to 10K subscribers? It's something that can happen, bro. We have enough proof to see plenty of other people on YouTube who have had massive success, and they all started as small YouTubers. Definitely dream big. Don't let the fact that you're not getting the views, you're not getting the subscribers right now stop you from pursuing it, but you have to show up every single day and put in the work every single day. That's the only way you're gonna see the results you wanna see. The next thing I wanna talk about is mindset. This is something that I've had to work through on a day-by-day basis. This is one thing where some days I feel like I have the right mindset, I have the growth mindset, I have the confidence, And then there's the other days where I just feel completely insecure. I feel like I haven't made any strides in anything I've been doing, feel super caught up in what people are thinking about me. How am I perceived online? That part has been the hardest thing, is being proud of myself and realizing that I've made so much progress over these 4 months. I think I'll help hold myself up to such a high standard, or maybe I look at what other people have so much that it kind of allows me to forget how much progress I've made myself, because I'm not at the top of the top just yet. I'm still building my way up. But that's one thing I want to tell you guys, is make sure you appreciate the wins that you have along the way. That's one of the biggest things that I've had to work through myself and work to give myself grace with, is understanding, hey bro, did you show up this week? Did you do everything you were supposed to do? Did you post on YouTube? Did you post on Instagram? Did you go to the gym? Are you doing the things that you need to do to be the best version of yourself? If the answer is yes, give yourself some grace for that. Give yourself some love for that. Know that it's a long journey, but you don't have to beat yourself up for not being where you want to be just yet. As long as you're at least moving in the right direction, you're making good progress. But another thing when it comes to mindset that I want to talk about is the fact that you're gonna have to choose yourself, which is something that I probably haven't really done before. I've always been somebody who chose other people before myself, if I'm being honest. Friends, family, relationships, you name it. It was always kind of putting me on the back burner and choosing somebody else. This was one of the first times where I had to make a decision. I had to say, okay, Alex, do you want to keep choosing other people and living a mediocre life that you're not really proud of, life that you have no direction with, you don't know where you're going? Or do you want to choose yourself for once? Understand that you're probably going to have to sacrifice a lot over this next 6 to 12 months, but down the road you're going to be in a way better position. Like 2026, everything might come into fruition the way you want it to, but you have to sacrifice now. And what did that sacrifice mean? That sacrifice for me meant focusing on my nutrition, not eating out anymore, locking in and not really drinking alcohol like that, not smoking, not going out to the bars, not consuming as much TV as I used to. I used to be someone who watched a lot of Pop the Balloon, watched a lot of NBA. I'm a huge NBA fan. I stopped watching basketball. Football season is about to start. I don't plan on watching football at all. You have to understand that that's just for a temporary period. I'm definitely not going to be somebody who's just confined to these four corners and there's no entertainment, there's no TV, and I can't drink, or I can't go to this party, or I can't go on a date or do XYZ. All of that stuff is going to come. It'll come when it's time. Right now, it's not time. What do I look like going out to the club, to the bar, when my finances aren't where I want it to be? What do I look like eating McDonald's or putting this or that into my body when my physique isn't where I want it to be? These are the questions that you have to ask yourself. These are the questions that are going to start to build you into the man that you want to be. It starts with taking that sacrifice and understanding that for a temporary period, all of that has to go to the side and you have to lock in and do what you have to do, bro. I feel like past 4 months was just preparing me for this point. Now that I know kind of what it feels like to be in the trenches, and now I know what I need to do to take things up another level. How can I take even more action? How can I make even better videos? How can I push myself harder in the gym? How can I build that confidence that I've struggled with for so long? How can I maximize myself in all these different areas and become the best version of myself? That's what I'm planning to do from September 1st to December 31st, is just lock in on just taking everything to the next level, being on point with everything that I'm doing in life. I know a lot of you guys might be looking at me like, Alex, I don't know where to start. Bro, I would say just start with whatever is one thing that you've always wanted to improve on. If that's going to the gym, bro, just start by showing up to the gym 5 days a week. You don't even have to do workouts like that. Start by just showing up. Just walk inside and stay inside for 5 minutes and then leave, bro. Do that for a week. And then the next week you come back, start by doing cardio for 5 minutes, and then you can leave. And then week 3 comes, start by doing cardio and maybe doing some abs. Leave after that. 4th week comes, maybe go ahead and do cardio, abs, and you start doing push-ups. Next week comes, then you start doing cardio, abs, push-ups, and you decide to go on the bench press for the first time. And you just build on that, bro. All of these are about building up habits. These are all gonna add up over time. That's what I love about reading. Atomic Habits talks a lot about that, standardizing before you optimize. Starting with the baby steps, doing something on the smallest level, but just showing up and doing it. It's like, okay, I did it. Let me go ahead and do it again. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. And as you do it over time, you're gonna get better. Your confidence is gonna start to go up a little bit more, and you're gonna start to see progress. Now, okay, if you learn that you can do that in the gym, how can you apply that towards YouTube? Or how can you apply that towards starting your business or getting a secondary form of income? Whatever the case may be, all of these things kind of work together, which is what I love most about self-improvement, is that like if you can do this in the gym, you can apply that same logic, that same mindset to everything else. It doesn't matter where you're at, you can start your journey today. If you have any questions, need any tips, you just want some advice around anything, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at realalexmoore_. Leave a DM, shoot me a follow, whatever the case may be. I get back to as many people as possible. I'm definitely not famous, I'm telling y'all right now. But like, comment, and subscribe. It's Alex Moore. I'll see you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.